them. But Johnny's here with me right now. Big Man United fan. Let's do this. Yes, Johnny. Welcome back to the show.
Good evening, Terry. How are we doing?
Very well, mate. Very well. Happy with the Fred goal. Happy to get the victory after what was a good first half.
Happy with a clean sheet.
Very much so. Give me your take on the game in general, though, my friend.
I want to start off with positives. Obviously, I'll finish with negatives, although there weren't many. But the positives were, I saw a difference, a distinct difference within 5 minutes of our intent and our passing. It was one-touch passing. It was quick, and it was decisive. And I was like, fucking hell. Sorry, I'm not trying to swear. I know you don't like swearing here. And I was like, bloody hell, like, I ain't seen this for such a long time. And it look, it's only a couple of coaching sessions, but I could see a difference already. And it's nice to see that that's a sign of things to come. I don't think we've been coached for 3 years, and I've been saying that. And I kind of feel like I'm not vindicated, but the fact that I could see such a difference today tells me that I wasn't completely wrong. Maybe not completely right, but not completely wrong in terms of not saying no coaching, but adequate coaching. Got the clean sheet. The first half was good. I was very impressed with the team. Second half, I thought it died off. I feel like as end product was lacking. I feel like there wasn't the cutting edge up top. Rashford looks so off the pace. I don't know what's happened to him. He doesn't. I don't think he understands what the offside rule is. I think somebody needs to explain that to him. He's caught offside constantly. Bruno giving the ball away. I thought he had a bad game. I thought it started off right. You know how much shit I give McTominay and Fred. I give him a lot of shit. I even tweeted out myself after like I think 10 minutes. I went, fuck, bloody hell. McTominay and Fred are actually playing better. I couldn't believe my eyes. But then as the game went on, McTominay reverted to type and Fred got better. So we've got to stop this McFred name. We need to stop it. Fred's a baller. McTominay, he needs to just get out of the club, in my opinion. He's not good enough. Great goal by Fred, screamer. I'm very happy for him, considering all the stick that he's been getting off the fans and me. I've given him loads of stick, but I don't know if it's a coincidence or not. But since all he's gone, Fred's got much better. He's just getting better and better. So very happy today. Crystal Palace, they weren't easy to beat. They were not easy to beat. They were quite resilient, organised. Could have had a couple of goals himself if they were a bit, more effective up top. But yeah, very happy that the Rangnick era is underway. We've got the 3 points, got the clean sheet, and we've got a free hit against the young boys. And do you know what else I forgot to mention? Alanga coming on. Now, that would not have happened under Ole. It wouldn't have happened under Ole. So I would like to see maybe Ahmad and Delanga maybe get a start in the Champions, as it's a complete free hit. So maybe they get a start. That would be nice. But yeah, I'm a very happy fan today. I don't want to dwell on the negatives. I said at the start that when the lineup came out, I would normally have gone mad at the inclusion of McFred. I didn't say anything today. I just got behind the team, got behind the manager, and I'm trusting his judgment. And we'll see where it goes, Terry. But Spurs have won today, so we needed that win. We got the win. So glory, Man United. I'm very happy.
Yeah, look, I agree with a lot of what you said there, mate. And, when it comes to these players, I'm very willing to give everybody a go in the sense of nothing from Ollie's era am I going to pass over now in the short term. So if McTominay starts a few games, I'm just going to sit back and wait and see what Ralph's seeing in him. Ralph might be seeing something that's important that we can't see right now. I kind of wanted Maguire stripped and out this team. He was awful. I think he's been really good the last couple of games since he's come back. And it helps that we're pressing more and our defense is being exposed less. So I'm really...
Sorry, I've got to talk about Dalot and Telles. I have to talk about them too. I completely forgot. Please forgive me. Wan-Bissaka and Shaw do not get back in this team for me. Not the way that Dalot and Telles have been playing. They've been brilliant, especially Dalot. Like this guy's just come back with a vengeance. I'm not saying he's finished. I'm not saying he's just Cancelo by any stretch of the imagination, but I think he's been much more effective going forward, knocking some nice balls down that right hand flank, taking players on. He's been decent defensively. I'm going to say solid, but he's been decent. And I think with Rangnick's coaching, with his coaching added into there, I think we could see a player there. Maybe the second coming of Dalot. So I actually gave it man at match. I was torn between Fred and Dalot. I ended up giving it Dalot man at match. But Telles and Dalot, they've got to stay in this team. They have got to stay in this team for me. Maybe not for the Champions League game as it's a free hit. But when it comes to back to the Premier League next weekend, it's got to be Dalot and Telles.
Well, do you know what? I think they both did brilliantly again today. And like I was saying about our centre-backs, who I think have been good in the last two matches, because we're pressing higher up the pitch and winning it back, we're not being exposed as much. We're not having to defend as much.
Yeah.
And there have always been question marks, especially with Delo, about his defensive capabilities. But we've looked really good in the last few games. What I'm excited about, I'm not really making any judgment calls yet. If they keep playing like that, they don't deserve to be dropped, no doubt. I have no idea what Ralph's plans or what he's thinking of doing with these individuals are. What I'm really happy with, though, is it looks like he's going to give people a chance. He's going to create a competitiveness. In the last year under Ollie, he just didn't allow anybody else to work their way into the team. And that we heard once he was struggling to keep his job, that's the word that came out. He was promising players game time. He was promising players chances, and they just weren't getting onto the football pitch. And that creates like a divide in the dressing room. It creates problems. And we can all see that Ralph's going to be very no doubt.
Dalot, what that's going to do now, right? That's going to say for me, I don't think Wan-Bissaka is good enough personally, and I don't think Shaw is. However, if they have to be good enough, Ralph's basically said to him, so he started Dalot and Tellers again. So that should say to them too, okay, I've got to up my game. Because that's what we want, Terry, innit? We want players to be up in the game. We want competition for places. If by merit that Wan-Bissaka and Shaw get back in the team, I've got no problem with that. No problem at all. If you're in there on merit, no problem. But it's the favouritism that needed to be stopped. And I hope that this is a sign of things to come. And I hope it continues.
Mate, listen, I could not agree with you more on that. The favouritism's got to go. You get picked on meritocracy and on form in the large. You can have a bad game or two and keep your place if you've been playing well over a period of time. We need to see that. I'm hoping Donny gets his chance very, very soon.
I'm sure it'll come. I've seen a lot of people on Twitter today freaking out that Donny went in. Listen, guys, relax. Yeah, all I would say to United fans, Ralph Rangnick has got a process to go through. Right, let him do his process, and I'm sure eventually the cream will rise to the top. Whoever's meant to fit in his system. And whoever he wants in there will end up in there. Whether it's Pogba, whether it's Bruno, whether it's Rashford, Van der Beek, whoever it is, whoever he decides is good enough for his system to take Man United forward will make the cut. And whoever it doesn't, even if it's Pogba, you know how much I love Pogba, Terry, but even if it's not him, I'll respect Ralph's judgment and I'll trust in his philosophy and his way of thinking. But listen, great start for him. 3 points, clean sheet, buzzing.
Absolutely, mate. Couldn't agree with you more. Johnny, top man for coming on and having your
Cheers, Terry. Enjoy the rest of your day, pal.
Yeah, you
Big
too,
up the audience. See you later, guys.
Cheers, mate.